Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kerrioth and this is the December monthly update video, which is just in time for Christmas. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. I know, it's way too late. I was going to do a Christmas video and like a Christmas message and just something fun and light-hearted, and then real life happened and my health happened and I just wasn't able to do it, which I was genuinely gutted about because I thought I had a good idea. We'll just have to wait until next year now because it wouldn't work now. It wouldn't be quite as good. Firstly, let's just say briefly that although I didn't manage to get the video up in time, I hope no matter what you did over Christmas, you enjoyed yourself, whether you paid any attention to the holiday at all, whether you went about your normal business, whether you were with friends or family, or whether you were by yourself. I just hope you had a good day, and I do that for every day, but especially that day. I also turned 30 on Christmas Day, so that was fun. Honestly, this is something where it happens every year, where you have your birthday, and in my experience anyway, people like to say, oh, how does it feel being X age? And this year was, funnily enough, no different to every other bloody year, whereby I feel remarkably similar to how I did the day before, when I wasn't 30 years old, as was the case on the 25th this month. People make a massive fuss over it's like, oh, you're getting older. I mean, ask me how I felt being 30 when I hit 60 years old, not when I hit 31 years old, because really, the difference is going to be minimal, you know? But yeah, that was, I had quite a good day. I had not friends, no one came to see me, because it's Christmas Day, so they were all off with their families. But family stuck around, I had messages from friends, and I got some money from my family for a new guitar amplifier, so I can finally, hopefully, start actually making my own music, which would be good fun. It'd be nice. It won't go on this channel because that'd be weird, because it would be 5 days a week gaming videos and then just music from nothing. It'd be a bit odd, but I'm going to work out a way whereby I can kind of, I guess, document the process of learning how to actually make songs, because I don't know how. So I'm going to learn how because I want to, which should be interesting. It should be fun. But yeah, anyway, onto the channel. It's the December update, not the listen to Kiri ramble about random shit update. Although that's what every video is on this channel anyway, so actually it's no different to usual. Firstly, as always, I want to say massive thank you to my patrons on Patreon. God, it gets confusing. Again, as always, for supporting me in the way that they do, in monetary form. As always, if you weren't doing that, I wouldn't be able to make the videos, and so thank you very much for allowing me to continue what I love doing, and hopefully the stuff that I'm producing is still entertaining you. I mean, I'm assuming it is, because otherwise you'd stop. Don't do that. Unless you can't afford to, in which case do that. I'm really terrible with the Patreon thing. Look, every time I look at it, I just go, they're going to work out that they're doing this one day, and they're just going to stop, because why would they give me anything? I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot who can record stuff and talk for ages, which is not exactly a revolutionary skill, and I always feel like I'm taking the piss slightly, just because you're watching it, and I don't feel like it's good enough to be watched, but then if it wasn't, then you wouldn't, I assume. So Patreon's weird for me. All I can do is repeatedly say thank you and hope that it doesn't come across as disingenuous, because as I've explained before, it's not disingenuous, I just don't know how to properly process the information that you like me that much and the content that I make that much that you would do that for me. So, as always, thank you, and I'm sorry for being so useless at accepting it, and maybe one day I'll get better, although I hope not, because I don't want it to ever be a thing where it's like, oh yeah, well obviously people do that. I don't ever want it to be like that, because that's steering dangerously close to arrogance, and that's, I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. Anyway, as always, I shall say thank you to you all individually, sort of. So thank you very much, Angus McFarlane, Bert Gravy, Wonky Split Demon, Eric Fleischer, Andy Pearson, Andrew Cooper, David Fazekas, Kenneth Dan List, Andreas Fader, Andrew Hearn, John Dexter Fisher, Kaz Ralk, which without, I think I've lost a contact lens. I can't see that at all. I've got my contacts in, but anyway, Kaz Ralk, Mark Quant, Cole, Vaccine, Ben Picking, Edward Little, Ultima Flummox, Kepler's Conjecture, Cale Matthews, Dominic Feely, Axardo, James Aldrit, Rasus, Anandir, Engelbert Tristran, Plex, Tom Marsland, Tyrone McGrath, Hein Christensen, Tixon, Crazy88, Oh no, yeah, Crazy 8. I apologise, I've had an extra 8 in there. Ryan Prentice, Fox Wildfire, Tom Collier, Spoonman74, Slackson, Mark Pett, Appleseed Rectory, Michael Bergeron, Victrix SP, James Hadfield, Torbjorn Stein Sale, which again, I'm sure I've got that wrong, David Tuma, Andrikos, Komatsu, Owen Larkin, Pavel, Autark Morn, James Deal42. I've definitely lost a contact lens in one of my eyes. Grush P, Shine Ton, Craig Mortel, Furry Badgers, Christopher Svan, Michael Stone, Isaac Groves, Alexander Sfida, Joshua Swan, Sebastian Carl, AD, Mintake, Robert Maxwell, Michael, Damon Barley, Twat Rancher, Alan Shadle Smith, Henry Rodriguez, Better the Three, Philip Hannisdall, Brett Haslett, William Davis, Christian Breitenberger, again, probably got that wrong, Nicholas Larson, Lord Padrino the Lazy, Kazul, James Brady, Veronica Ward, Nicole, Christopher Coburn, Jazz, or Yaz, Randy, Bussenubs, Imoka-chan, Cameron Bruce, Paul Morgan, Neil Pitcher, and Thomas J. Thank you guys so much for what you do and for supporting me the way in which you do. It means a huge amount to me. It allows me to continue doing what I'm doing. And thank you. I need to stop stressing it because it probably pisses you off. But thank you. Anyway. Oh my god. Honestly, before I started this, I put my contacts in because I was like, I don't want the light shining off my glasses. It pisses me off. I know you said before that it doesn't bother you, but it gets on my nerves. So I was like, I don't want that. I'll just pop them in. It'd be fine. In the process of popping them in, I'm sure I felt the left one go. And I was like, shit. Messed about. Nope, still in there. Didn't think to check the right eye because I felt the left one, like, go as I put the right one in. I don't think I've got a contact lens in my right eye, which means I can't see shit because one of my eyes is actually doing what it's supposed to and the other one's all mangled and it is terrible. Anyway, the channel this month. One moment. I need to stop drinking this stuff, but it's keeping me going at the moment. I've got no energy whatsoever. So having a bit of Monster every now and again, mostly now, all the time, you know, it just keeps me at a good point. Very hard to record videos when you can't be asked to do anything, but gives you that kick you need. So yeah, this month, it's not been too bad. It's actually been okay. December generally sees a bit of a decline in a few things, views primarily, especially as you run up to Christmas. Like the last week, videos have done nowhere near as well as the week before. Like properly nowhere near as well as the week before. That said, I do have a couple of sequels. Sequels, that's a very grand way of saying. I do have a couple of videos that are follow-ups to other videos, which traditionally don't do as well, but I don't mind because I enjoyed making them, and I know that some people enjoy watching them, and that's the important thing. But yeah, the last week, videos have not done great, but that doesn't surprise me at all, because it's the week of Christmas, and people just don't watch shit, which is fine and fair enough, because I recorded them well in advance, because I wasn't going to be able to record them over Christmas. So I made them in advance, and people can't obviously watch them in advance. That makes sense. So yeah, the last week hasn't been disappointing, because I knew it would happen, but views aren't as good as they were the week before. But the rest of the month, absolutely great. Again, we're doing pretty... I'm really happy with the channel. I'm finding that I don't think I've had a single month where I've been unhappy with the channel's performance. It seems to just be kind of going from strength to strength. At the very least, it does as well as the month before, and most months it does better than it did the month before, which is exactly the way you want it to go. I managed to get out 5 videos a week for every week of December so far, which is great. I'm really happy with that, because it sounds like it's not hard work to do that, but it is. It is quite tricky. Oh no, hang on. I'm missing a few days, apparently. From the 2nd to the 7th, there was no videos. What happened there? Maybe if I look at the calendar. No? No, I've got no idea there. Oh no, I missed Monday and Tuesday one week. The first week of the month, I missed Monday and Tuesday. Weird. I've got no idea why that happened. Presumably something happened health-wise, but I can't remember it. Which isn't surprising, because my brain is all over the place. My memory is shot at the moment. So yeah, I take it back. For the last 3 weeks of December, we've managed to video every day from Monday to Friday, which I'm pleased with. What happened then? I'm going to have to ask my wife, because I genuinely don't know. I missed 2 days. Weird. Odd. Anyway, I'm going to stop dwelling on it now. I'm really happy with a couple of the videos, actually. There's a couple that I really enjoyed and I really liked. I'm liking doing the Star Trek Let's Play. I'm really enjoying that. It's a great mod, and it's a great mod on top of a great game, so there's absolutely nothing to complain about there. I'm kind of liking this thing that we did a couple of times this month, where I made a video on something, and then I did a follow-up video like a day or 2 days later, just to give it a second look. Like, instead of doing a first impressions and then like a second impressions. I've actually enjoyed doing that. I did it. I think I first did it with the dwarves, which sadly I just didn't get anything out of that game. I just didn't enjoy it very much. Which is a pity, because I don't think it was lazily made. I don't think it was bad. It just wasn't for me, you know. And then we did it again with Total War: Realm of the Wood Elves. We did a second video on that, which didn't do too bad compared to the first one. Same as the dwarves, didn't do too bad. You always got to take in consideration that the second video in a series of 2 never does as well as the first one, which again, not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not doing it because I demand that they both get, 10,000 views or something stupid. I'm doing it more out of a sense of completion and satisfaction for myself, that I have gone back and checked out stuff if people have been unhappy with the first one, or they've said, oh, why don't you try this instead, or you were doing this wrong. Going back and implementing stuff that I've learned from the first time to see if it changes the experience. That's why I'm doing it. And I mean, what was it? Where is it? There it is. For Deathwing, Spacehawk Deathwing, that actually worked really well, because, like an idiot, I was pressing the wrong thing, basically, to open doors, so I kept locking myself out of stuff. Someone pointed that out, and I was like, I literally messed it up. I did that wrong. Well, I was going to play it again anyway, so let's record it and see what happens. And that worked out quite well. It turns out I really do like that game. I thought I might go off it a little bit, because it feels a little unpolished in places, but no, still really enjoyed it. Still just a really solid 40k game, which is nice to say, because you don't seem to get that quite as often these days. Although I've got big hopes for Dawn of War 3. Oh, I've got big hopes for that. Please let that be good. I'm very pleased that Bottle did okay. Bloody, that dude who makes Drizzle Path and Bottle. God damn. Half an hour that was. Not even half an hour, actually. It was 29 minutes with intro and end slate. And I spent like a good 2 minutes faffing about with the Gothic Vision mode at the end, which I did the follow-up to. Again, that didn't do too well, but I didn't expect it to. That was more for the sake of doing it. I wanted to see the alternative ending, which was terrible, I might add. Yeah, overall this month, I'm happy. We've seen some good growth again. Views have been down a little bit. Again, growth has been down a bit, but then growth always does go down in December. Because people they're just not watching as much stuff, in my experience anyway. Historically, that's what's happened in the couple of channels I've been involved with. And so, well, I imagine that's not quite the same for the old channel now, is it? Jesus. But yeah, all in all, good month, some good videos. I'm a little bit gutted that the Lara Croft Go video didn't do as well, but that week, that was a god-awful week for just YouTube. It was so mangled, YouTube was. I mean, it just destroyed itself. It totally wrecked itself. For a while, the Lara Croft video was sat just in no man's land. Like, it had been published, and it had been set as scheduled, but it just went out randomly, and I was like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, why has it gone out now? It wasn't supposed to go out now. And it just decided to publish itself without any warning whatsoever. And it went out at the same time as the Star Trek video, and it just got lost. It didn't appear in sub feeds for a lot of people. I know that for a fact. And it also wasn't spread out to like Twitter or anything. So it didn't actually go live. It was live on the channel, but no one got told about it. No one knew. And the views for that thing, they just they went all over the place. It said it had 5 views after half an hour, and I was like, well, that video is dead. I'm going to have to delete it and then put it back up. Then it had 200 views, then it had 100. Like, the view counts for the videos were all over the shop. So something weird was going on with YouTube that day, that week, in fact, because I believe the Total Warhammer video had the same issue. And so did Maze as well. In fact, I think every video that week had some sort of, like, horrendous problem that just fucked them over really badly. So that's not great, really. But they've done okay. I mean, 400 views isn't too bad for something that got severely shafted. Same for Maze. In fact, Maze published early as well, looking at it. Because they were both scheduled, but they've just said that they've gone live at stupid times. Like, Maze went live at 6:47 PM. I don't schedule videos for 13 minutes to 7. They're scheduled for 6:30 every day. So that, again, clearly, that's knackered, and I don't know why. But there you go. Same for Lara Croft, 6:24 PM. Why did it go live then? Especially since Let's Play Star Trek went live at 6:30. It's like, what? Stupid. Anyway, they did all right. They did okay. They got battered about a bit, but they survived and they live on. And now I'm not going to delete them or anything. That'd be stupid. They're obviously left up, but I'll have to maybe check out a link occasionally. Looking at the month before, and for some reason we did really well that month. We had multiple videos over like 2,000 views. What was that? What is all that stuff? Oh, yeah, the conclusion and bloody Diablo 1 and Diablo 3, the EVE Online stuff. There was Darksiders War Mastered Edition. There was bloody No Man's Sky. That was a good month. We need another month like that. January can be that month. We'll do that month again. Somehow, magically. But yeah, all in all, I said it again, bollocks, all in all. In total, adding up, if we look at all available variables, I'm happy with this month. I think we've done pretty well, and I'm honestly looking forward to the new year now. I'm looking forward to, not a fresh start, because that's not really true, is it? I'm looking forward to, I don't know. I've just got a good feeling about January. I think it's going to be good. And I think we're going to do some good stuff. I've got a few ideas for other videos that I need to make. I need to do more Bullshit Patrol. That tailed off as I got more ill. But that, obviously, I have to be in a certain mood to do that. It's actually quite difficult to do that one. But yeah, I want to do more of that, and I've got quite a few topics in mind. I just need to be in the right place to do it, and I think I'm getting there now. I think I'm getting there. Health-wise, I should probably mention this as well. Health-wise, I still haven't switched medication. It's taking a long time to get past the sort of prep stage for it, and into the point where I actually start switching over medication, and that's going to be rough when that happens, but obviously I'm just going to have to take it how it comes, and hopefully we'll do okay. But yeah, I don't know when that'll be. It'll be sometime in the new year. I don't know whether it'll be in January or February or like 6 to 8 months down the line. I've got no clue. But it depends entirely on how well I am as to whether we can actually go ahead with it. And at the moment, I'm not well enough to start it. So, a bit of a catch-22. But we'll get there in the end. So yeah, December, perfectly happy with. I've enjoyed making the videos this month. I don't think there's any video on here that I'm not happy with. I think they're all decent. Little bit sad that my playthrough of Cerise by Ghost didn't do well, but then again, that's very niche. That's quite Rocksmith stuff doesn't do that great anyway, and I don't know, it's not the most popular band, I think, amongst you lot, which is fine and fair enough. I just wanted to play through it. I'll do more Rocksmith in January, I think. Maybe it's worth asking what you would like to see. Oh yeah, I'm going to change stuff on Twitter as well in the new year. So I want to make it more personal. I don't want it to just be the logo for the channel and Kirioth and all that. I want to make it a bit more personal because it's got a lot of my personal thoughts on it, and I feel at the moment it's a little bit confused as to what it is. It's sort of updates for the channel, but it's mostly my personal Twitter. So I might as well make it fully one or fully the other. And I think I'm just going to... I'll change the display picture to one of me, instead of the K on the red background, and I'll probably change the Twitter handle to my actual name, but still have @Kirioth, but actually change the display name on it. Just because I talk through it as me all the time anyway, and you already know there's not exactly a persona going on here. It's just a different name for me, and I just talk at you. So it seems to have it kind of depersonalized as opposed to personalized. So yeah, I think we'll switch that out in the new year. And I think that's about it. I think if I carry on, I'll just keep rambling at you endlessly. So once again, I will say thank you very much to my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. You keep the channel going. Literally, if it wasn't for you, there would be no channel. I wouldn't be able to do this, but thanks to you, I can. If you do want to assist me via Patreon, then there's always a link in the description. I try and keep it out of most videos. I don't try and push it a lot because it makes me uncomfortable, which is daft because it shouldn't, but there you go. And yeah, if you can, then do. And if you can't, keep watching anyway, because that's the whole point. I'm not going to say you can't watch it, the stuff I make, because that would be stupid. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.